Evergreen Cemetery was established at this Juneau location in 1887. Over the years, it's been well cared for. As a result, today it's easy to find the final resting spot of some of these early Juneau pioneers. Town founders Frank Harris and Joe Juneau are buried here. Other well-known early Juneau residents include China Joe, the popular baker during the mining days. Photographers Lloyd Winter and Percy Pond, journalist Stroller White, businessmen B.M. Behrens and others are in this cemetery. Hello, I'm Scott Foster, and welcome to Rain Country. Evergreen Cemetery has been well cared for, and today is an important part of Juneau's history. But other Southeast cemeteries are even older and have even more history. But in the case of at least one of them, until recently, much of that history has been hidden.
This is a grave of Clon Teach, and he was very influential man 100 years ago. He helped contribute to preserving this place, and in my own small way, I'm trying to do that same thing, and I want him to know that his work wasn't in vain.
Bob, Sam, and other volunteers in Sitka have been working to reclaim this old Russian Orthodox cemetery from the brush that has overgrown graves and grave markers. The cleanup is part of the cemetery restoration project of St. Michael's Cathedral.
From what I gather, this place has always been a cemetery. It was part of the traditional burial grounds, and this was probably has been continually being used for thousands of years. At one time, this place, and still is, a very beautiful place. It's the scenery here is fantastic, and people really love this place, and took very well care of it up until maybe 1926 was one of the last major cleanup. We have pictures of over 100 people cleaning up in here.
But as the years passed, the upkeep declined and the underbrush grew until many people didn't even know there was a cemetery here.
Then people started building new homes and stuff, and just didn't really respect the bones that were dug up, and they just built their homes on top of it. And I happened to find some remains in a garbage bag in the bushes, and that kind of concerned me. It really hit home. I thought that I should show some respect, so I with a lot of help with the elders and some people, we built some traditional burial boxes and had a reinterment ceremony for these bones to show some respect, because I thought it was very important. I touched human bones, and I don't ever want to touch them again in that manner, desecrated bones. And that really put a real deep wound in me, and so I stuck with it. I wanted to show respect to this place, and I also wanted that wound inside me to heal. And I was very angry when I came in here because of what was going on. And as this place started changing, my anger started changing too, because this is a very beautiful place. You come in here, you start to look around and you feel pretty happy about how it looks. There's still a lot of people who say, what a horrible looking place, but I've seen what it looked before, you know, and I see this as a very beautiful place. This is where our family plot is located. This is my grandfather here. And this is where I started cleaning. And during that same time, there was a couple of others who had family plots up here who were just as concerned as I was. And we sat down and decided that we were going to start on our family plots, and they started on theirs and I started on mine, and we just kept, you know, we couldn't stop. We'd find a stone and clear that area, then we'd look into the brush and we'd see more stones, and we just kept going. You know, we had no idea that there was so much in here. When we started, the brush was a good 10 to 15 feet high. You couldn't even see the stones, and all the stones were all knocked over, and a lot of them were broken, and a lot of the wooden crosses were all busted up. It was real sad when we first cleared the brush and saw the vandalism that has happened. And plus the trees have fallen on the stones, and a lot of natural things happened here and it got to a point where it looked like it was an impossible job to clean. We started in the summer of '86. We started with 20 people, 20 to 25 people that were all descendants of these people.
In addition to those who have relatives buried in the Russian Orthodox cemetery, other groups have helped in the cleanup efforts. One group has been the U.S. Army. The 4th Battalion, 9th Infantry was in Sitka to take part in Alaska Day ceremonies. They spent many hours helping to clean the cemetery by gathering brush and loading it onto trucks to be hauled away.
I was here this morning and I could see the difference from just the day that they put here, and I really appreciate their work. It was an idea that came out of the Alaska Day committee that is doing the Alaska Day festival here, and I really appreciate that.
Hey, it's arrangement.
The older people, when I was growing up, they had always told me to respect your ancestors and respect your elders. But when I was growing up, I didn't really listen that hard because I was drinking and using drugs, and I'm sober now, and I remember them talking to me, and a lot of them are buried in here. And this is my small way of showing that respect to them. You know, I wish I could have done it back then, but this is my way of showing it, and I feel very close to these people. People are starting to respect this place a lot more now. Younger people who never even knew that they had family up here now know that this is where their ancestors are. You know, there's a lot that we could learn from this place. You know, just a matter of coming in here and appreciating our past. A lot of people are afraid of cemeteries, but once you make peace with all the people who have died in your life, I think it shows. I'm a lot happier person now. You know, my low self-esteem is positive, and I tend to pray more than I ever have because of the time that I spent here. And it's been a real rewarding experience. And I know that when I go, hopefully I'll be with these people in here, because I have a strong attachment to them.